Welcome to Hands-On Lesson 3 video. We will be adding placeholders. We're going to add a page 2 and a page 3, text up in the nav bar. We are also going to add an image placeholder to your index file. I'm in my first website REPL, and I'm right now currently have the index HTML open. And if you guys remember, this already is everything's in one folder, and this is going to be our CSS style file. Okay, it's already in here. We don't need a folder for this because we're saving this inside our main project folder. The one thing that we are going to add, here's the folder. We're going to add an image folder. So I'm just going to call it image and press enter. And now I have an image folder. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring the any images that you find, you can just drop them in here. And those are the ones we're going to be using, that you will be using for your website. So as I had mentioned earlier in the first portion of lesson 3, start looking for images or start taking pictures and start dropping them into this folder because you will be using them, okay? Other than that, right now, this is just really nice. If I come out and I go out here to my folders, which we call my REPLs, this is the my main folder for this course that we're doing our hands-on project. So this is the folder for it, and inside that folder we have these files, which is the index HTML file, our image folder, and we're going to have our style CSS file, and we'll discuss what this is later on. It's what's going to bring our whole HTML to life. Now I'm going to go to my back to my index HTML file. Right, this is our home page now. So I want you to remember that your index HTML is always your home page. And we are going to add a few things to our lesson as part of lesson 3. So the very first thing we're going to do now on our HTML is in our nav tag right over in here, I'm just going to place just placeholders for the page 3 or page 2 and page 3. They're not linked yet, but these are just going to be placeholders for when we actually link these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run it, and you're going to see that as part of your navigational bar. Okay, and actually we can also change this and call that our home page, or yeah, that's going to be the link for our home page. All right, and run that again. And just a reminder that this will be your navigational bar. Okay, and then a couple more things that we're going to add in here is if you scroll down and right after your paragraph, just place your cursor right in there, press enter. Just if you remember, I like having that space. And I'm going to do an image tag. So we're going to do that left angle bracket, IMG. It's right there. Click on that. You are going to hit space for the image tag, and then it's going to ask, and then image tags, you always need a source. And basically what that's asking is, where is this image going to come from? Right now we're going to leave that empty because we don't have images yet. So I'm just going to place my cursor right outside these quotation marks and hit space, and then I'm going to type Alt ALT, and it's the very first line that's populating here. Click on that, And in those quotations, between the two quotation marks, I'm going to type image placeholder. And what I'm telling it, why am I placing that text there is because since I don't have an image, when I hit run, it's going to look for an image, but it's going to recognize it's not linking, there's no source for an image. So what it's going to do, instead of showing you an image, this text is going to show up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the right angle bracket. And if you notice on our image tag, there is no closing image. So there's some tags that do not have a closing tag. This is one of them. An image tag does not have a closing tag. It's just, this is it. So I'm going to hit run, and it's right here. So it has like a fake little image, and we placed that's an image placeholder. Okay, and that will conclude our hands-on portion for this. And while we're doing is we're starting to set up our website and starting to structure it according to our wireframe that I sketched out, that very simple one. One more thing that we're going to do, if you remember, I want us to have a backup file. So we're going to go back to that hamburger icon up in the left corner. You're going to click on that, and we're going to go to My REPLs, and we're going to pick My First Website. That's the one we're currently working on, and that's what we want to fork. So we're going to go to the far right corner, and we're going to choose fork. And we are going to back up this lesson under lesson 3. And we're going to confirm that. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and run it. It's telling us this is the backup, lesson 3, run. And if you pull that down, open up the screen, that's your lesson 3, right? And you can, if you remember, in the far right corner, don't forget that you can always open this up in a new tab. And there is lesson 3. Also, we'll go back to our Replit tab, and a reminder that you can copy and paste this URL and send it through an email or text message to show your friends and family what you've been working on so far. All right, so that concludes lesson 3, and I will see you at lesson 4.